Alright, I'm Adam, that's Pete, that's Vince, and this is the Toon and 10. Okay, you all know how it goes now, 2 5-minute halves with a different topic in each half. Once the timer stops, that's it, we stop talking, no excuses. Right, so we're going to crack on with the first half and no prizes for guessing what we're going to talk about. That's right, it's match reaction to Newcastle 6. Norwich 2. Timer ready? Go! Bloody hell, lads, what happened? We clicked, it worked.
We played,
hooray!
We played against a very poor team, that's what happened.
They were defensively horrendous, Norwich.
I like Nathan Redmond as a player. He's a player,
Yeah.
isn't he? He's going to be.
But he's not on England,
so
though, is he?
special.
Yeah, and well, he's been very consistent all season, hasn't he? He's been a one for the fantasy football teams. But I mean, they always looked dangerous, like a threat. They used a lot of pace on the break, but I think after those initial exchanges where it was a kind of case of, well, who's going to make the fewest mistakes, we seem to still just go for it. We attacked them, and whereas a Pardew would have sat back on a 1-0 or a 2-1 lead, we didn't.
Because we've always criticised Newcastle. Most fans I know, you guys included, will criticise Newcastle for not taking it to their so-called lesser teams. And I would say, unfortunately, we're a lesser team now, so we can't look down on teams like Norwich. No. But we never take them, and this time we did. We didn't just.
And especially the season where we've kind of only really turned up against Man United at Old Trafford, big occasion. At home to Chelsea, big occasion. Yeah. And then we've fallen flat against the teams we
like
really
Watford,
should be.
Sheffield.
Absolutely.
My two main observations of the game were, I never felt I could really enjoy it until we went 5-2 up. Up until that point, I was thinking, there's still a good chance.
It's weird, isn't it? Because you feel like I've learned that I can't fully celebrate unless we get a 2-goal cushion, because it seems to be like a caveat with every goal we score that we're probably gonna concede straight away, and then we did after we went 3-1 up,
and for good reason,
within a minute.
And then I also felt, and this is it, and I'm aware that I can be negative, but this is just how I see it.
You?
Yeah, no, sometimes.
Pete,
no, it's. But like at 6-2, I kind of found myself a little bit frustrated that the players were really busting a gut to get a 7th, more so than I've seen them when we're losing 1-0. They were like really want that 7th. I was like, where's this before that? And I mean, come on, I don't mean to be. I get that they were buzzing at that point, but it was like, where was that before? We really could have done with that on a few different occasions.
But I mean, picking out some performances, Wijnaldum obviously incredible, and we knew he came here with a sort of reputation as a scoring midfielder.
He's got 6 goals in the league now.
He's bagged a couple, and now he's kind of 5th top goal scorer in the league, or 4th top goal scorer in the league. Sissoko. Three official assists, but he settled Perez's as well. That was blocked, obviously. Perez, his first half was incredible. And I just thought, Mitrovic again, he's so important how we play, and I was delighted for his goal, Shearer-esque.
It was amazing.
If you remember,
if that was Cisse in that position, what would you be thinking?
Do I shoot?
Right for
he knew exactly what he was doing.
He's going to kick off from that, definitely. And I guess, I know we talked about Mitrovic, and I'm a big fan of Mitrovic. I just wanted to see goals. He's done it. You know, he's got the goal. And you're like, man, get him. You really are. The fans love him, and you know. And I've got to say, as I say, Sissoko is fantastic. I'm very critical of Sissoko. The guy frustrates me massively, but brilliant.
It's sublimely ridiculous because he lost his man Olsen for their 2 goals. So it's weird. Is that a tactical thing? Is that just Sissoko because he's not a natural wide man? Should McLaren be screaming at him for the second one to make sure that he lost him once? Don't make him lose it again.
Yeah, 100%. He's a midfielder. He's got to do the job. My frustration was, it felt for me that Sissoko, and then we kicked on anyway, so it didn't matter. But when we went 3-2, I felt like Sissoko was going to go, done my job, got an assist. I've got what you know.
Can't argue with.
What I think changes it is in this game is that we're finally playing our best players in the best positions. We're starting to do that. We've had the opportunity. He's given the new players a chance. We've got Dummett back in at left back, and I like Hadara, but I do think Dummett's a more solid defensive left back.
I think he's better for now. I think we still need a proper.
Do you think Torven's going to fit into this team? Because this is the one question that I've got.
You hate him, don't you?
13,
he's not a fan, but
player on the bench.
No, but I just think he's going to take a bit of time, but we bet him in. We bring him in for
Who's
some
gonna play him
impact.
instead of?
No, but it's a squad game, man, isn't it? It's not just 11 of them. I think he can do a job, and I think he'll learn what's expected of him.
In
And I
defence,
think it's the discipline.
He's
isn't
an
it?
expensive
It's the
squad player.
Yeah, but in defence of McLaren, I think it actually shows quite a lot of strength to say, he's a 30 million player that I didn't play in.
But you're not automatically
and
getting
he's
the
on the
start.
bench, and actually hopefully that's going to make Tovan go. It's a bit boring.
I like him. I like Torvan, and I think he's got a lot to offer the team. He's got good delivery.
He was good against Man U, wasn't he?
Yeah, I just think it's too early to write him off.
What do you think
so
about
far.
Teode being back in the team? Looking fit again?
Rusty. He's not interested.
Can't after 6
I think
minutes.
he's gone. He's gone.
I'm surprised he started, to be honest.
He'll leave in January. Cisse will leave in January, and if not, they'll both be gone. Obviously, at the end of the season. There's not a place for him there. He's not the player he was. He hasn't been that player for a good 2 years now.
Easy, yeah.
I'd sooner have Anita in there, and I'm not Anita's biggest fan, but I think. I don't know. We need a new defensive. We need a Toyota of 5 years ago. Now we need to buy somebody who can, like a Kuyate from West Ham, who's a big tank, gets forward, but he's physical, and we miss that physicality in the centre, which is why I'm never a massive fan of Sissoko being on the right wing either.
Yeah, I would have Sissoko. For me, Sissoko is a central midfielder.
Stop.
Right winger.
And that's half time. All right, welcome back for the second half. Glad you've stuck around. Topic for the second half is going to follow on slightly from what we were talking about in the first half, and a big topic at the minute. What we're going to talk about is goalkeepers. Time ready? Go! Okay, so Krul's out. He's knocked himself. He's done himself a mischief. Rob Elliott came in at the weekend, conceded 2. We obviously won the game, but moving forward, Darlow's still out for a couple more weeks. In terms of the sort of run of games that we've got coming up, how do you fellas see it working goalkeeper wise? How do you assess our goalkeeping situation?
Call me crazy, but I like the idea of bringing a goalkeeper out of retirement. Because if you think
John Burridge.
Yeah, no. Goalkeepers don't need to be as fit as other players, and goalkeepers can play quite lengthy careers.
Fat Neville Southall.
No, we're talking about why not bring a goalkeeper out of retirement? Somebody who's
Who'd you bring?
Van der Sar.
Yeah, Van der Sar.
That'd be good.
Is Friedel still playing? Is he not like third choice?
And he literally just retired, I think.
Schwarzer potentially just retired.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. But seriously though, I would stick with Elliott. I think he's played quite a few games for us in the league before. I mean, when we beat Chelsea a couple of seasons ago, stands out. I think he's solid, he's dependable, he knows the squad, he's got Premier League experience, he knows what it's like to be under the pressure of the fans and so on. We've got Darlow coming back in 2 weeks. This is the reason why you have a squad of players. I don't think we need to take that punt and bring on somebody like Valdez in an emergency loan. I don't think it's necessary to do that. I think we can get through.
Yeah, no, I literally couldn't disagree with you more.
And there's a surprise.
So I think
Go on then, Pete.
The Krul injury is an absolute disaster. It's
It's weird because I've seen some things on social media that's saying, "Oh, it's great that because Krul's been rubbish for a couple of seasons." It's like we cannot afford to be dismissing his talent and international goalkeeper. It's mental. It's mental. Everyone's been terrible the last 2 seasons.
Idiots, so let's not worry about them. That's just stupid. But Krul's
That alienates half our fans. Sorry.
Krul's injury is awful, and I think at this stage, I'm not judging Elliott on his game against Norwich, but I don't have faith as a Premiership goalkeeper. I'd be very surprised if the defence have faith in him as a Premiership keeper as the number one. At this stage, I would pay anything to get a decent established number one on in an emergency loan, whether we pay him 100 grand a week, whatever. Even from a money point of view, we're going to get compensated by the Dutch FA to cover Krul. That would actually cover the wages.
Yeah.
Where we are as a club, we desperately need. We need someone big in goal, and we can't skimp on it. And sticking with Elliott for me is skimping on it.
I think I'm kind of between the two of you because I think I kind of agree that I don't think I feel fully confident with Elliott at the helm. He lacks that command of his box that we take for granted with Krul and have done. Obviously, we're kind of by the time Darlow comes back, I'd like to think that Darlow would be out, and I think Darlow would come in.
It's just a big
once he
risk. It's just a big risk.
The whole thing's a big risk,
I
you're
don't know
right.
enough about him. I have never seen it yet. Has he played in the top league in any country?
You've got the confidence. I was talking to some lads who like to go clubbing, and what they were saying to me is he used to introduce himself to people, and he would come up to Newcastle the odd time, like with homes and stuff. And he would shake people's hand, he would introduce himself, saying, "I'm Newcastle's new number one," or like future.
I'm sure Niall Ranger did that.
Stephen Taylor definitely did that.
Stephen Taylor definitely did that. You know, at the end of the day, you're gonna have to be competent to be a professional footballer.
Yeah, but he's obviously
he just hasn't got the experience.
Years.
He might turn up. He might come in and be great.
Do you think Darlow's
where
good
we are,
enough
we
to?
can't take the risk. We can't take the risk.
But why even buy someone like Darlow if we would just then get an emergency loan in when Krul's out? Because the whole point of him,
well,
I just
him a little bit.
the thing is,
games and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm torn between the two. I think if there was an opportunity, like say Victor Valdez was available and he wanted to come, who are we to turn him down? Like, because he could save relegation.
Well, it really could. This is the thing. It really could.
But if Darlow's canny enough, to be honest, we need to redress the back four as well. It's kind of everybody.
What's the point in buying Darlow if you're not going to play him? What was the point in that? Buying him, then letting Nottingham Forest have him back for a year where he played every game. What was the point in
because he's a young goalkeeper. Goalkeepers are playing until in the late 30s.
But when do you wait though? When's the right time?
League Cup games and he is a backup.
Yeah.
At the moment, he isn't the backup. Rob Elliott was the backup. Darlow was never expected to be anywhere near the first team yet. He's just look.
No, I'd suggest he was ahead of Elliott. Darlow was ahead of Elliott. Elliott's third choice. Elliott's third choice. Darlow's second choice. Yeah. As from what pre-season told
all
us,
the
at
reporting this week's been like that as well. Or because Darlow's out, it will be Elliott.
I just think in this scenario.
Sorry, Pete. So that's it. Well, I guess we'll find out how the goalkeeper situation works out. Emergency loan or not? Who
get
knows?
someone out of retirement. Put that on Twitter.
I'd go for Budgie. I'd go for Budgie. Like that'll be belter.
Mike Cooper, why not?
Get Pav back. Shaka Hislop.
Hey, Pav's up here peddling his book.
These days.
Shea Given is at Stoke City.
Yeah.
Well, he's at Stoke, isn't he?
Get somebody.
We're not going to let him go.
Anyway.
What we've identified here is I clearly don't know where old keepers have gone.
Yeah.
Who does?
I mean,
where do elephants go to die? Where do keepers go to retire?
So we've got the derby to look forward to. So we'll see how that goes. Hate derbies. Still hate them. Rather have them out the league. You've been watching the Toon in 10. Thanks for watching. I've been Adam. That's been Pete. That's been Vince. If you've enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel. Share on YouTube. Share via Facebook, Twitter. Tell all your mates. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.
Yeah. Did you see that?
6-2.
Did you see the Sam Allardyce thing where he was looking a little bit trippy?